All right, before I start my show where I scream at clouds, meal prepping is a real pain in the you-know-what. And I don't care what anybody tells you, it's an incredible amount of work, and you're liable to make a lot of food that is very repetitive. So your big plan to eat well is pretty much submarined after week one. What if you could take all the convenience of meal prep, except you don't do a bit of it and no repetition? That's what Factor meals are all about. Delivered to you regularly, ready to go. You warm them up in some of the greatest tastes you'll ever have. You'll be like, how can this possibly be? It's a perfectly cooked, amazing meal without a ton of calories and all the nutrition and energy I need to live a healthy lifestyle. Let's face it, time is a factor. And if you're short on time, you aren't going to eat well. Forget the time factor. Forget paying too much for getting takeout food. How about something absolutely perfect, ready to go? When things get hectic, Factor is flexible. You can even change your order up every week with plans from 4 to 18 meals per week, or pause or reschedule your deliveries anytime. This is so set up for you, you're going to love it. Stress less over meal times in the new year. Factor's no prep, no mess meals, free up time otherwise spent shopping, cooking, and cleanup. No more wasting all that time. Listen, head to factormeals.com/Zane50 and use code Zane50 to get 50% off. That's right. Code Zane50 at factormeals.com/Zane50 to get 50% off. Factormeals.com/Zane50. Use code Zane50 to get 50% off. That's code Zane50 at factormeals.com/Zane50 to get 50% off. Do it. Oh, look at that hair. Look at that hair. It's perfect. Welcome to the Eric Zane Show podcast. Sorry I made you wait so long, but I just got a new hair care product, and I had to make sure that everything was in place in order to do this show. So welcome to you. Welcome. We are in the Impact Power Sports studio. Impact Power Sports online at impactpowersportsmi.com. Yes, I want to get into Harbaugh, but before I do that, breaking radio news. Breaking radio news. If I'm going to do this, I need to have all of my ducks in a row. Okay. Excuse me. Coughing. Throwing up. Burping. By the way, bad last night as we decided to have full dog slumber party with the exception of Benny, who doesn't like dog slumber party. It was easy, Pooh Bear. No sweet love making because 3 dogs in the bed. Darla, Bruce, O'Neill. O'Neill decides he's got to puke. That goes down. All right, clean up the mess. Actually, Diana did. Shortly thereafter, Darla's freaking out, has to go to the bathroom. I go, okay, go let her out. She goes, no, I cleaned up the puke. I go, oh, come on. Can't you? I coaxed my way into it. Oh, my God. And so then she did that, but it was a disaster. Absolutely a disaster. Chris says, I hate it when the dogs cock block with puke. Nothing kills a hard-on faster. Holy cow. But today, breaking news! Jackie Green, a longtime radio host in my neck of the woods. Some of you may know Jack. She's fine. I mean, she's not that dead. She's leaving the morning show on 105.3 Hot FM. Used to be across the hall from me. Well, when I worked there before I got fired. Jackie is leaving the Gray and Green show. Some of you may recall Jackie years ago. Jackie, while still in college or just finished up college or something like that, she applied for an internship with the Free Beer and Hot Wings show. And So she shows up, and one of the things I noticed about her, I know I'm like eulogizing her. She's not dead. She's fine. She's going through a little bit of a rough patch. Nothing she can't handle. She's tough as nails. She had this real deep voice. Real deep voice. And so right away, the nickname was dealt out Jackie Man Voice. Jackie Man Voice. Now, this came back kind of weird because it was revealed later, years later, that Jackie is intersex or intersex. I don't know if I'm probably saying that wrong. It's one or the other. Which, as far as I understand, without getting bogged down with me looking it up, though Jackie is outwardly female, if you were to, I guess, on the inside, there are man-like structures, I guess, or male structures inside of her body. This makes it difficult because reproduction is not possible from what I'm understanding. So, all right, there's that. And right away, I'm like, oh, fuck. Maybe that had something to do. And I'm talking like, I don't know. Again, I'm speaking with a very vague knowledge of this. Perhaps testicles inside of the body. That's a thing. As opposed to female reproductive structures. But obviously, based on what we know when we see Jackie, she's all lady. But that made it difficult when she couldn't have children on her own. She had to have a surrogate who was her sister. It was a fantastic story. A lovely little girl came to the earth because of this amazing process, and boom. Well, anyway, Jackie, as an intern, does great. And then it isn't long before Jackie starts doing work at GRD, and then she goes into TV on Fox 17, local TV station. Meanwhile, all this shit goes down with me. I start over at Cumulus. This fucking asshole named Jeff Cartwright, he's a fucking idiot. He says, hey, I want to hire that Jackie because I think she showed up at the radio station for my first day on the air to record a video piece or something like that. And he goes, oh, she's fantastic. So I introduced those two, and before long, she's able to leave the TV station. She signs on at Hot FM and then works her way to the morning show with Rachel. And those two, I mean, I just love them. They're fantastic. Okay, absolutely great. And they were billed as the only all-female morning show in an industry dominated by dudes, you know. So that's pretty cool. And they've been there for, oh, God, I don't know, 5 years, I would guess. I'm not sure. By the way, not only are they the first all-women morning show or the only all-woman morning show, I've never actually heard of that anywhere else in the industry. It's pretty rare when a female is even the lead. God rest her soul, Connie was an amazing lead. She passed away some time ago. She's an amazing lead. Forget female. She was just a great lead. And then these two kind of share that role. All right. And so they did great. They did fantastic for a long time on Hot FM. Jackie is now getting out of the game of morning drive. It's unbelievable. She signed on today, and then they announced that they have a big announcement today. So I was like, oh, wow, I wonder what this is about. So I checked it out. And, yeah, Jackie's, she's having a little bit of a hiccup, a little bump in the road, I guess. There's, she discussed it. You can probably hear it. I'm sure they'll post a podcast of it. I'll just summarize it for you. She just doesn't feel herself, she indicated. And it's causing her all sorts of red flags about what she needs to do to take care of herself. And part of that means she's got to pull back from, like, the workload. And And mornings are tough. I mean, just the whole idea of getting up at that hour is remarkably difficult. And so she's going to now move to the afternoon slot on the radio station. So that was kind of a big deal because Jackie, I mean, I saw her, like I said, from a college kid to here she is, mom, lovely wife, successful in her field. And dare I say, that might be, okay, so you have the first, female team in West Michigan. The only West Michigan, only all-female morning show. I don't know of many shows in the industry that are all-female. But these two are easily, forget morning show. These are two of the most attractive people that have ever taken a picture together. Look at those two. Oh, my God. I can't say for sure that they may be in their 40s. They're absolutely, absolutely stunning. Great wives, great mothers, terrific on the radio. And now Jackie's out. And look at these two. They're like peas and carrots, arm in arm. That's what chicks do. They do a lot of the arm in arm and hold hands. Guys do not do that. We just, like if you were to take a publicity shot for guy radio show, this is the look. You just got to be pissed off. Ugh. Unless you're like Ace and TJ North, Freeburg and Hot Wings, where you get like 50 people on the show and you all like go and point and smile and do something wacky. These two, all they got to do is stand in front of the camera, and then it's the prettiest damn picture that you're going to see. They're awesome. I'm very, very proud of both of them. And Rachel's been through, she's endured years of different morning show partners, and she will continue to do that. I'm not exactly sure what's going on. I can only go by what I hear on the radio. But Jackie's now going to go to like afternoon drive on Hot FM. And so a lot of people know who Jackie is. So I figured I would just start with that because it just happened. Like the story, it's like an hour old that it all went down. But we had a lot of good times with them. Amanda_M. Is that our Amanda? I don't know who Amanda_M is. Oh, Amanda changed her name. She said, a lot of that going on this year, myself included. Wait a minute. What? What are you talking? Are you making this about you already? What's going on? Have we literally been talking for 17 minutes and you're already saying, yeah, what about me? Tyler says that can't be the real Amanda. She's not telling you how to do your show. A lot of that going on this year, myself included. Are you leaving a radio show? Are you intersex? What are you talking about? And why can't you just go, oh man, I love her? How come there's always one that goes, well, you, who says, oh man, let's talk about me? Come on. A lot of that pulling back and focusing on yourself issues going on. Yeah, I got one issue that's going on. Take a look at any chat on this show. That's an issue going on. God damn. Well, anyway, I'm not in the mood to beat the shit out of Amanda again. Well, I take it back. I am. But I've got to let her step in it more. I got to let the punishment fit the crime. Okay, so again, let's focus on Jackie's leaving the radio. It has nothing to do with Amanda. Jackie's fantastic. She's great. So is Rachel. I know some of those folks over there at Cumulus. I'm sure that it'll all be okay. I sent her a message. She'll probably ignore it. I wrote, hey, this too shall pass. You'll make it. Kyle will not be here for another edition of Let's Kill. Says he's on vacation. I just got the text. All right. Now, we have that out of the way. Let's get into Jim Harbaugh. Michigan AD Ward Manuel and president of the school Santa Ono, I don't know. We tried our best to keep Jim Harbaugh. But what I'm gathering is most Michigan fans are circling the wagons, okay? And they are, in fact, they don't believe that. They think that what that quote is, they don't believe it. They think that they drove Jim Harbaugh out somehow. Like something was done to get him out of there or something like that. But before I get to that, let's talk about this. The whole details of this. Harbaugh, as we know, is the tism is coursing through his veins. We need look no further than after the national championship when he was staring at the confetti and he said, boy, look at all this confetti. All this confetti. Every one of these pieces of confetti has a story to tell. What? It was stunning. After a year where he started the year being punished for cheating his ass off, and he finished the year with being punished for cheating his ass off, won a handful of meaningless games in between, and then wins the national championship. Also with these suspensions was the emergence and disappearance of Connor Stallions. And then the story about the defensive coach or the linebackers coach, I don't remember which one the fuck he was, who is sitting there at the computer with a flashlight in the darkened room, deleting all the important files that incriminate Harbaugh. He's fired. And Harbaugh's like, I don't know. I don't know anything. No, this is all bullshit. I can't even believe we're getting persecuted. Like, this is terrible. I didn't do anything. He gets a suspension. Now, there's an ongoing NCAA investigation on this dickhead. And so this coming year, they will find out all of that, and then he would have been suspended. Harbaugh, after winning the national championship and telling this team he loves them and he's a Wolverine for life and Michigan fan loves it and everybody fillets him, he says, well, see you later. Enjoy your mess. Okay, so Harbaugh leaves. Some of the coaches will no doubt leave. The guy who swears on TV, Sharon Moore, is probably going to be the head coach. And then you've got all the people that would have showed up through the transfer portal from the other schools, because that's how college football is these days. They're going to avoid Michigan now because no Harbaugh. And now you'll see the recruits decommit. You'll see stories like a five-star athlete from wherever, Texas. He can run the 40-yard dash in 1 second. He's got 6 arms. Great pass receiver. He is now decommitting from Michigan. Crazy Legs Smith is now decommitting from Michigan. That will now happen. Michigan, by the end of next year, will probably have to drop to like the same level of football as like your local community college. It's going to be that bad. They probably won't win a game. I hope Michigan fan has loved beating Ohio State and slaughtering Michigan State and winning the national championship, because you are about to be boned forcibly by the world. And all Michigan fan can do now is blame Ward Manuel and President Santa Ono. They can't just say, yeah, Harbaugh's a goddamn cheat. No, They have to go ahead and blame someone else. That's what Michigan fan is doing today. And you know why they're doing that? Because they read some other idiot wrote it down and posted it. That's what they're doing. Harbaugh accepts the position to become the new head coach of the Los Angeles Chargers. Shortly after the Chargers' social media team had its fun with some GIFs or GIFs, I don't even know. What do we say? I forget. And then confirmed it had found its next leader. Ward Manuel hired Harbaugh in December of 2014. Thanked his former U of M teammate for returning to Ann Arbor to take over their former program and return it to the top of the college football world, which he said was the vision when he joined when the two joined nearly a decade ago. I guess Ward Manuel used to play football with Harbaugh at Michigan. I didn't know that. I don't fucking know. All right. He says all the usual things. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Jim did exactly what we brought him in to do. He leaves after 9 years, overall record of 86-25, most of which when he was cheating. Who's next? Sharon Moore, obvious choice. But we don't know. There was the talk about the Harbaugh clause. Harbaugh wanted the team, Michigan, to give him a clause that was like, if the NCAA puts sanctions on Michigan for cheating, which they will, Harbaugh cannot be fired. And Harbaugh, while he was staring at confetti, said, that's what I want. And, you know, they're not going to give him that. Are you kidding me? An anti-firing clause? Doesn't matter who you are. So I'm sure that was it. A lot of people are saying that he asked for that knowing that they would not give it to him, and that helps. Well, hey, I tried. At that point, they can both say they tried. It's ridiculous. I, for one, am glad that he's gone. Not so much because it affects the Michigan football program. I actually like the Michigan football program. I just don't like Harbaugh. Okay? And for the Michigan fan, and I can't say if they're the minority or the majority, the past couple of years have been exhausting because of Michigan fan. These are the most annoying people in America. Oh, my God. Not all of you Michigan fans. Like, I had somebody reach out to me and say, yeah, we're not all like that. And I go, well, yeah, I know. But still, I can only play the hand that has been dealt to me. That's it. That's it. Friend of the show, Bill Simonson, writes, huge opinion. If you see Ward Manuel, if you see the Big Ten, or if you see the NCAA, congratulate them on driving Harbaugh back to the NFL. All right, now, I can see Ward Manuel if he's in front of me. I don't know what you mean by if I see the Big Ten or if I see the NCAA. So, he's no doubt being facetious, but he feels that the Big Ten, the NCAA, and Ward Manuel in particular, the athletic director, drove Jim Harbaugh away. I don't know. I mean, maybe Bill, I know he has like Michigan insiders and things like that. Translation, people who read blogs and weigh in on his show with factoids and scuttle and jibber jabber. But, I mean, really? You got to go after the AD? This is who you Michigan fan has to blame, according to Bill? Bill says, total BS how he was treated by his own school, the conference and by the hypocrite dirtbags at the NCAA. Look, are you telling me that what he was suspended for, he didn't do those things? Is that what you're suggesting? Because everybody knows that's not true. Bill adds about Sharon Moore. Sharon Moore isn't big enough to replace Harbaugh permanently. What do you mean? He isn't big enough. You mean to tell me that this is like a popularity contest? You got to have someone, quote unquote, big? Hey, yeah, I know you've been coaching for however long and you've won everywhere you went, hypothetical person that we're interviewing for the job, but are you big enough? I mean, how many social media followers do you have? He's not big enough. What else do you want? I mean, the guy, Sharon Moore, won 4 games under compromising circumstances. A lot of pressure. The big coach is gone because he was punished for cheating. All the spotlight is on Michigan, playing big-time schools like Penn State and Ohio State, and all that guy does is win. And then he gets on TV and starts dropping F-bombs. What bigger, how much bigger does he have to be? I mean, I don't get it. He isn't big enough to replace Harbaugh permanently. Whoa. What the fuck does that even mean? That's a stupid comment. Moore isn't big enough to replace Harbaugh permanently. Why? I think hiring Moore is the first step to getting rid of the Michigan retardation that has permeated into our world, similar to fucking fuckface MAGA Republicans. This is a step in the right direction. Sharon Moore isn't big enough. Jesus. All right. Well, anyway, I completely disagree with Bill's opinion, his huge opinion, because it sucks. Tyler says, I see what he's doing. He's not big enough. They need someone huge, literally. He thinks he should be the next coach. Ryan says, smashing the Zenith or something. You sound fucked. Do I still sound fucked? Check. Hello. Now it's fucked. Hello. Hey, how do I sound, Ryan? Anyway. Donko says, Little Brother fans are D-bags also. Yeah, I don't know, man. Whatever. Remember his dad? Who's got it better than us? Nobody. Who's got it better than us? No one but Jim Harbaugh. All right. Joe Martinez is still going on and on about the Detroit Lions bet. Let me recap that for you. He continues to hassle me about this. As it unfolded, we were talking about the Lions. I said, all right, I'm sick and tired of you dogging the Lions. Let's make a bet. I'll take the Lions and the 6.5 points. If I beat you, you wear Spartan gear. If you win the bet, you can do whatever you want. That turned out to be an error on my part because that allowed him to create what he has created, an absolute loophole to turn this back on me. All right? Now, I didn't expect him to have a punishment that was as fucked up as it is. Then I doubled back shortly thereafter, and I said, tell you what, I'll wear free beer and hot wings gear on this show. I'll buy it, and I'll wear it. You wear Spartan gear if I win. I'll wear Michigan State gear if you win. I mean, it makes sense. Something he hates the most in the world, or he would never be seen wearing Michigan State gear. Same thing for me. I would never be seen wearing free beer and hot wings gear. All of a sudden, no response. And he goes, no. I'm going to pick your punishment. And his punishment was take off all of my clothes except my underwear and run through my neighborhood. And I said, well, that's not equitable. Now, Joe doesn't know what the word equitable means. So I said, well, there's no fucking way I'm going to do that. So now he's hassling me and like, oh, yeah, you're a coward. You're a coward. You're this, you're that. Now, I'm just telling you that that's what happened. Now, he might change that fucking story, but he was harassing me at the game yesterday during the goddamn hockey game. He's sending me texts about this. He comes walking over to where I sit to harass me. Can you believe this guy? Tyler says, Joe Martinez, equitable bet. If you win, he'll pay you $1. If he wins, you pay him $1 million. My God. Have the bet be the same for him, too. Run around his neighborhood naked? Okay. He's a Mexican. They expect that in his neighborhood. And I've seen Joe's neighborhood. It's not out of the question for somebody to do that on a regular basis. I live in a neighborhood that's nice. I'm not going to run around with all the hot moms seeing me in my underwear in this neighborhood. Fuck that shit. No way. I refuse. Maureen says you should have had him thrown out of the arena. Chris makes a point. I didn't know Mexicans knew what hockey was. Yeah, Joe fell in love with hockey. He's a huge hockey fan. All right. So there you go. Harbaugh out. He is now going to coach the Los Angeles Chargers. More breaking news.
Breaking news!
Where I live in Hudsonville, Michigan. All right. Now, I've talked about Ottawa County, the far extreme, ultimate right, Ottawa Impact, take over the commission, all the crazy shit we've talked about for more than one full year since they took over. Joe Moss is the local psychopath who leads them. And everything has been fucked up. There is no point in starting over and explaining it all to you. All right? They have fucked everything up. The county gets sued on the regular and costing the county huge amounts of money. And so it's been ugly for quite some time. Now, prior to them taking over, it was also all Republicans. But they weren't fucking idiots hell-bent on revenge politics. Very conservative, but not psychotic like these animals are. Now, with the upcoming election in November, this Joe Moss guy has a challenger. The mayor of Hudsonville, Michigan, also a Republican, says, all right, enough. I am going to run and cut the head off of this dragon. Let's hear what he has to say, or I'll read it to you. There he is. Points for shaving the head. All right, bald head, good-looking bald head. I think bald heads look good, frankly. You know, I say that because we've recently talked about free beer's hair. Dude just needs to shave it. That's a good-looking bald head right there. Hudsonville Mayor Mark Northup said he hopes to right the ship with county government in an expected election run against Ottawa County Board Chair Joe Moss. He stated his intentions earlier this week after he sent a letter to the editor to the Holland Sentinel criticizing Moss. He was appointed to the Hudsonville City Commission in 2013, elected in following years. He won mayor's position in 2015. Ran for State House, lost in 2020. In the letter to the editor, Northup wrote, Moss should do the right thing and bow out. Quote, we need to return to good governance, professional leadership, fiscal responsibility, open meetings, honest and productive agendas, kindness and empathy. Honestly, those are the most important things. All of those things he said. Professional leadership, fiscal responsibility, good governance, open meetings. These are all things that don't happen right now. Honest and productive agendas, kindness and empathy. So that's the type of thing where this guy, he's going to appeal to all the people that aren't crazy. It goes into the detail about what Ottawa County has done. He believes the county has paid too much on severance packages and it is likely to pay on settlements because they've been sued so much. He didn't like that former county administrator John Shea was fired, a move that meant giving him $210,000 in severance pay. I tell you what, this guy is hitting all the right buttons, and here's why. Because in addition to being really white, the people in our community are Dutch. And they don't like seeing their money blown on stupid shit. All right? So that's a big deal. That would actually trump the MAGA agenda, the far-right extremism from these fucking idiots, that the county's going to be broke because of all the money that they're blowing on stupid shit. So that is good news. I'm glad to hear it. Congratulations to the mayor of my city, the mayor of Hudsonville. I would love to put that guy on and give him a platform because while I'm sure I don't agree with him on everything, anything that I can do, anyone who has anything that can be done to upset Ottawa Impact has carte blanche on my show. Honestly, it's an open forum because I don't have to abide by the rules of broadcast. In broadcasting, if you put on one side, you have to offer equal time to the other. I don't. If you say, yeah, equal time, you get a letter that says, fuck off. That's what you would earn. So if the mayor of Hudsonville, Michigan, Mark Northup, is up for it, he's more than welcome to come on here every week leading up to the election to talk about what he would like to do here in Ottawa County. Just throwing that out there. And that would be fantastic. Tyler says, officially endorsed by Eric Zane. Tyler says, the Hallelujahs probably wouldn't be surprised to see you doing that, LOL. Talking about me running around in my underwear. Maureen suggests I should have thrown Joe Martinez out of the arena. And I don't have that type of clout. I'm glad Joe was at the arena. Great game yesterday, by the way. They were down 1-0 heading into the third. 3 goals in the third. Very nice. Very nice. And I got attacked by the goddamn mascots again. I don't have that video available right now, but I will soon enough. Every time I go to the bathroom, the mascots, Griff and Finn, attack me. Bastards. Holy shit. Okay, for those of you that are enjoying this show on Facebook, X, and YouTube, thank you for being here. But I'm going to cut you loose. If you want the full show, because it does continue for another hour and 16 minutes, you have to go to Twitch. Download the Twitch app on your mobile device. Real simple. You know how to do that. After you download it, you can search my channel. All one word, Eric Zane Live. And there I am. Watch. You'll have a username that you can put in there, and then you can comment along with what's happening on the show like Amanda does. I'll talk about whatever it is, and she'll, in 2-3 sentences, point the spotlight at her somehow. It's absolutely incredible that she pulls that off every time. You can become part of the landscape of the show. Follow that spot on Twitch, and then you'll know when I go live. You'll get a notification. If you want to avoid all the commercials that Amazon puts in, and they put in a lot of them, you need to subscribe. And you can do that for free with your Amazon Prime account. If you get lost, just ask questions. Somebody will help you out. And if you don't have Amazon Prime, you can actually pay a few bucks and take care of it that way. Not my choice. I didn't. That's an Amazon thing. I ask you for enough money. I'm just telling you, those are your options. As always, the audio podcast is available wherever you download shows. I prefer Apple Podcasts. Please subscribe there, rate and review, or whatever podcasting platform that you listen on to the audio. Lion's share of the people that enjoy my show listen to the audio podcast. A very, very small percentage are actually enjoying the show live on Twitch. And I say that only because I get shit from people who say, oh, look at that fucking asshole. He's got 36 people that are watching him. What a goddamn loser. Yeah, that's real successful, Zane, you piece of shit. Like, what? I have a live element. I have a recorded element. Most do the recorded element. I don't give a shit as long as they do it. My God, that assault that I got on Reddit this week. I mean, people, again, I didn't do anything. I posted a picture of Freebear and said his hair looks like shit on my own platform. Somebody screenshots it, posts it to Reddit, and then they hundreds of comments telling me how much I suck dick. And I can't even say anything because those cocksuckers have banned me. Yeah, that's great. And they're like, yeah, look at Zane. Living rent-free in his head. No, but the fuck they are. I'm living rent-free in your head. The fuck is wrong with you? Anyway, audio podcast. Subscribe. And then my Patreon, for fuck's sake. You guys are going to love Big Fraud Saturday. I just sent off the material that Ben needs to review for Who Are These Zanes? December of 1997. Z93, Joe and the Poor Boy. And you're going to hear one of the very first incarnations of Embassy Football Picks. Embassy Football Picks was invented by Joe Volk on Z93. I took that bit and brought it to Knoxville, Tennessee on 2 radio stations. WIMZ and Freebear and Hot Wings radio station that we were on. Then we took the bit to New Jersey. Then we took the bit to Grand Rapids on GRD. And then I took that bit to WBBL. First incarnations of Embassy Football Picks. We call fucking Foreign Embassy and have them pick the football games. Now, it sounds fun when you discuss it, but the problem is it sucks because I'm on it. It makes me cringe so goddamn bad to hear this old audio, and I just dubbed it over from this machine right here, this tape deck, this old Victrola tape player, and got, this is the audio tape right here. This is the actual tape that it came from. And I got the audio, and Well, get it. Hang on. Fucking shit. While getting it, I had to listen to some of it. And it's so bad. Oh, my God, is it bad? And all the things that you've laughed at. Everybody laughs at these except me. Ben loves to review the old Who Are These Zanes bits. Oh. Fucking Ashley writes, Z. I just logged in and I'm bored already. What the fuck is wrong with you? Patrick says, yes, can't wait to hear it. Love Z93. Smitty Pack says that one guy you got to be half a regular for those was awesome. I don't know, what are you referring to on BBL? Yes, can't wait to hear this. Love Zena. Okay. Jimmy is here. Jimmy, I've got news for you. I've got good news and bad news. The good news is that instead of the Eric Zane Show podcast family traveling all the way to Alberta, Canada, an hour and a half west of Calgary to Banff, the plans have been changed. Why is that good news? And why am I pointing out Jimmy? The family has decided they want to go the other direction to a place known as Acadia National Park. This is the epitome of Northeast God's country. A rocky granite island on the coast of Maine. Small community of Bar Harbor, right next to the park. You're butted up to the ocean. You got to go through hell or high water to get there. But once you do, it's majestic. That is where everybody wants to go this year. So I've been instructed that we are traveling to Maine. Now, I want you to know, I'm going to do everything in my power to be able to see my Maine audience. That makes sense. I mean, there was a time we went to Tennessee. Twice we went to Tennessee. And we went to Nashville and saw Aram was there. Matteo was there. Who else was there? Aram. Well, Melinda was there, but she's a fucking asshole, so fuck her. Who else was there? Oh, hey, fucking good to see you here, Zane. Why don't you belly up to this bar here? We'll have ourselves a shot of Fireball. Kenney was there, too. Hey, so glad you're here, Zane. Can I sit on your fucking face, you fucking asshole? I never did shit to that fat bitch either. Her or Melinda. Those two fucking whales, they went all crazy on EZ over the fucking Pellerito nonsense. Oh, you disgusting fools. Chris says Matteo gets called something new every day. Yeah, I don't. Oh, Midgley was there. The psycho magician. Thank you. Is it Matteo or Mateo? It's Matteo, isn't it? I forget. Can someone help me? I swear to God, I can't keep it straight. And after you say what it is, I'm not going to commit it to memory. Sarah Rookruck Roosh was there. Now, that was spectacular because she was with me in Knoxville or Gatlinburg, and we drove across to where we were going. I think it might have been Crossville. I don't know. It's Mateo. Kent says. And she was outrageously fun, screaming at her kids and her husband. Get out of the fucking car and piss. Yelling at them. Oh, it was great. Mateo, you sure? Amanda says, just call him Matt. I'm surprised you didn't write, just call him Matt. People like to mess up my name too, or something like that. Or just call him Matt. I had a boyfriend named Matt. All right. So, yeah, there you go, Jimmy. I don't know how far away that is from Portland, but we got to figure something out, right? I know Nikki is there with her fucking goats. Oh, my God. Okay, and let's see, who else is there? What's the guy with the beard? Logan, I know. Jimmy, Nikki. Who else is from Maine? I know Trucker Dan is from there, but he doesn't live there now. So we've got time. You know, here we are, January 25. I'm not sure exactly when this is going to be, but that place looks awesome. Fuck yes. And I don't know when we're going to go. It's going to be sometime this summer. I got to talk to the boss, see what's happening, but that should be good. That's a hell of a road trip. 17 hours from EZ's house to Acadia National Park. When you look at it, you think, is that long? I mean, because fucking Gatlinburg is like 10, 11 hours. Now, I have to drive across Michigan and then cross this bridge, this international bridge called the Blue Water Bridge in Sarnia, Ontario, is where you cross into. And then I got to drive across Canada, drive through Toronto, drive through Montreal, pass it, and then dip back into the U.S. right at where Maine meets whatever fucking state is butted up against it. I don't even know what fucking state is butted up against Maine. But that's the trip. So I got to get my fucking passport up to date, all this shit. It's going to be awesome. Cannot wait. I love traveling like this. So much fun. All right, so Jimmy, that's breaking news as of yesterday. Breaking news!
Breaking news!
Okay. I think I still have the Facebook, X, and YouTube group here. Sorry about that. Anyway, Patreon. I was talking about Patreon. That's how I got to that point. Patreon.com/Eric Zane for Who Are These Zanes on a Big Fraud Saturday, along with the Ben and Eric Patreon podcast. That's all Saturday. The best part is my Patreon is free for 7 days. I can't stress this enough. If you've been like, yeah, I keep hearing about this fucking Patreon, but I don't know, man. Yeah, all right, fuckface. Try it for free. Patreon.com, Patreon.com/Eric Zane. Sign up for 7 days free. And this is what I want you to do because you're such a bitch. Get your stupid credit card out that is no doubt maxed out. Sign up and then cancel it. Yes, I'm telling you to cancel it right after you sign up because I don't want to be, oh, yeah, Zane tricked me and charged me. No, asshole. Cancel it. And I'm still going to give you the 7 days. I want you to try it out. That's the point. Because I'm convinced that what I'm doing will convince your stupid fucking face to sign back up and then be part of the landscape of the show. All right? $5 or $10 a month. I charge $5 a month for all the audio. It's great. I charge $10 a month for the audio, video, and live streams. It's better. Okay? And I will not leave you wanting more. I give you so much shit on Patreon. I mean, not shit. It's not shit. Well, some of it's shit. Not all of it. There might be a little shit in there. But I bust my ass on that fucking thing, and I think you're going to like it. So sign up for 7 days free. I'm adding hairstyling tips. This will be a new thing that I'm planning on doing. I'm building that show now, how to style your hair just like mine. Because if your hair doesn't look like mine, odds are it doesn't look good. So just something you need to think about. And, in a perfect world, you would all try to look like me. I don't blame you. However, I did hear from a fucking asshole yesterday. I'll tell you the story after I kick everybody out. Okay, I got to do this. Facebook and Twitch brought to you by Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid, and EV. X brought to you by Blue Frost IT. Ben Glaze says we need free beer hair tips. We could all get free beer wigs. Aram says, did Zane upgrade from the LA Looks gel? Yeah, buddy, I did. I go with pomade now, which is thicker and adds more body to it. The dry look, not the shiny look. Because right now, I've got so much pomade in my fucking hair, it's bulletproof. But you can't tell. A, it's high quality. B, it's pomade. Did you ever see Oh Brother, Where Art Thou, the Coen Brothers movie with George Clooney? Yeah. I'm a Dapper Dan man. I don't want fop, goddammit. I'm a Dapper Dan man. We don't have Dapper Dan. We just got fop. All right. Smitty Pack's got it right. So you were told your hair looks like shit. You got one haircut and now constant poon thrown at you. Oh, yeah. Ryan says, I'm a got to be glued man. Jimmy says that's what Elvis used. Pomade. All right. Before I get to the story about the insult that I received, I'll let you know that the open and live stream of this show is brought to you by Tag Accounting. Get your taxes done from the Tax Hobbit. Anywhere in the U.S., you can reach out. Troy at tagcpa.net or call 616-301. Damn it. Fucking shit. 9516. 616-301-9516. That thing's acting up bad. Tag Accounting. Tagcpa.net. Troy's been doing my taxes for years. You will get more money back if Troy does your taxes. Some of you have actually listened to me and taken Troy up on this and had him do your taxes. And then you're like, dear God, you're right. I go, I know. I've been experiencing this type of service for years. Okay? Again, it doesn't matter where you are. You can upload all of your documents via his online portal. It's foolproof. To get started, simply call 616-301-9516. Hello, Eric Zane sent me. I want Troy to do my taxes. That's all you have to say. If you're lucky, you might get a picture of his penis. 616-301-9516 for Tag Accounting. Online at tagcpa.net. Don't forget about Frank Fuss, mypolicyshop.com, another sponsor that you can take advantage of from no matter where you are in the U.S. If you are without health care, that's not good. If you're without health care, likely you don't know how healthcare.gov actually works. That is the government-funded healthcare plan. Not plan, website. The website is like a catch-all for all of the different participating insurance companies that you can get a policy from. Like I got mine from Priority Health. But there's literally dozens of companies on there. The .gov portion of it is the subsidy that the United States government will give you to pay for the policy. Okay? Finally, they're doing something wise with your tax dollars. Okay? All of that money is gathered up, and then you are given a tax subsidy. So if your insurance plan costs $1,600 a month, like I can't afford that. Okay, you pay $400. Mine actually went down this year. Got a fucking great gold medal insurance policy, and I pay like $397 a month. Now, I know that's a lot less than what you pay for with like your employer health care, because they're going to do it on the cheap. You have your choice of what you can choose for a health care plan through healthcare.gov. And how does Frank work into all this? He helps you set it all up. He is a licensed independent insurance agent / broker. Like I am a sex agent finding you dick or poon. He is an insurance agent finding you the right policy. He puts you into it. And then you say, all right, how much do I owe you, Frank? And he says, nothing. You're like, what? No, it's true. Frank gets paid by insurance companies. Don't take my word for it. Reach out to Frank. Actually, no, take my word for it. Buyinsurancehere.com is where you need to go to find out more information. The Grand Rapids Gold play February 7th at Van Andel Arena. That is a Wednesday night, and I want to see you there. Get tickets at grandrapidsgold.com. Oh, man, they are playing great basketball. Number one in the conference right now. They had a horrible start to the season. They divide the season into two halves is how they do it. Whatever, I don't know. But they're killing it on the back half. grandrapidsgold.com for tickets, and I'll see you at the game Wednesday, February 7th. They also have a game Thursday, February 8th. $2 beers, $2 dogs. Tickets for all games as cheap as $14. A hell of a lot less expensive than the new volleyball team, where if you want to go, it's $40. Okay. That's like the most expensive ticket in town. What the fuck is going on there? All right. GrandRapidsGold.com. All right. So I was at the hockey game, and a guy I know who I think knows me a little too well or thinks he knows me a little too well. Still, it doesn't matter. None of you who I know pretty well, some of you, would ever dream of this, but I don't know what the fuck this guy was doing. Actually, I got a text from this person at the start of the hockey season. I hadn't seen him in quite some time. And he's like a more stupid version of me. Friday, October 13th was the opening hockey game for the Grand Rapids Griffins. This asshole shows up, and I do my bit on camera where you see my face on the big screen. Shortly thereafter, I get a text. Your face looks fat. Now, I did the mature thing. I wanted to write, fuck off and die. But I didn't write anything. Yesterday, he's back. Same thing. He sees me on the camera. In fact, listen to this. Yeah, he did it at the exact same time of the evening. The first time I put my face in the camera. October 13th at 6:59, he saw my face on the camera and he wrote, "Your face looks fat." Then yesterday at 6:58, he saw my face on the camera and he writes, "You look chubby. Are you gaining weight?" Now, I actually wrote out, I'm having some major health issues. I have pancreatic cancer. Period. I am on a cocktail of medications and steroids. I don't have long to live. And I wrote it all out, and I was hovering over the send button. And I said, no, the punishment doesn't fit the crime. That's too much. So I deleted it, like the mature individual that I am. For the record, as far as I know, I do not have pancreatic cancer. And I know I'm not on any steroids. I'm just fat. Okay? So I was like, God goddamn motherfucker. So I didn't say shit. He gets out of his fucking seat. He wanders over to the goddamn glass, and he's like waving at me. And worse, he's wearing a goddamn Blackhawks jersey. And I go, hey! Yeah, and he can't hear me. He can't hear me. But he can see my mouth moving. So I'm just like, yeah, hey, what up, man? Yeah, what the fuck? Hey, good to see you. Yeah, fucking hey, man. Shit. And then he's like, yeah, waving at me. And then he turns around and walks away. And I look to the other people in the booth. And I go, that fucking asshole. Fuck that guy. I was so pissed. Jesus. So annoying. So annoying. Ashley says, wait, this is a fan? No. More than that, it's a longtime family friend. Long time. Like old school. Like 20 years. But I haven't talked to him in quite some time. Brandon says, oh, my God, I just about spit my coffee out. Well, there you go. That's good. Ryan said, haha, you should have sent that. Funny, but then I'd feel terrible because karma. Maureen says, what a dick. Ashley says, he just goes to the games. I thought this was going to be a ref or something. Yeah, Ashley, as you know, she's in this weird flux, okay? Ashley has informed the audience that she is no longer with Tim from Shoreliners, very dear friend of mine. Actually, they're both very dear friends of mine. Which, by the way, I've done an amazing job of really not doing anything to fuck up the friendships with these two people. I still text Timmy. I texted him about the football game this week, and I still talk to Ashley about, and she's having a hard time. She loves this guy. So I chit chat all the time, and both these people absolutely love me. Now, the key here is don't get involved in Timmy's business. You know that? Because he's in a spot where he doesn't want to hear that shit. He's making decisions about whatever, and then Ashley's like, oh, fucking shit, but I love you. And I love Ashley. So I've done a masterful job of being a wonderful friend to both of these people. As usual, if I'm participating in something, it's done with an acumen and professionalism that is beyond belief. Ryan refers to me as Switzerland. Abso-fucking-lutely. Ashley says Timothy is still very nice to me, too. That is true. I don't know shit about dating or breaking up with someone because I've never had to do it. Ever. Ever. I met my wife when I was 18. I've never been in any real long-term relationships or anything. Nothing. Don't have anything to base that on. I just don't have anything to measure up to. Cannot relate. But I bring that up because Tim was at the game yesterday doing his winter job, and that is evaluating officials. Okay? So he was there, and she knew that, and so she writes, I had a sex dream last night about the hottest man alive that dumped me. Oh, no. She also says she would have sent that about your face looks fat. You would not, you pussy. Ashley says, Tim would literally do anything for me if I needed except marry me. Do you think maybe he can teach you to stop using the word literally too much? Because you do. Maureen says Ari Zane makes the match and then butts out. And then Ashley tries to take over the show a la. And right, tell them what I texted you. It's funny. It's a good thing. She sent me some fucking website about feet. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, not everything you say is a good idea, dumbass. She says no. I don't know what you're fucking talking about. Let's not have a fight. Why are we being pen pals here? I don't know what the fuck's going on. I don't memorize all your goddamn texts. I don't even know what the fuck I was talking about. I think it was my hair. Was it my hair? Oh, yeah. So this guy calls me a fat fuck. I'm like, God damn it. So I just didn't respond. I don't want to respond. It pisses me off is what it does. I'm not going to eat for like 5 months. How much are those Ozempic shots? Are those like $400 a pop or something like that? My God. All right. Covered a lot of ground already on this show. Let's see. Where are we going now? I've got a number of stories that I can get into. Let's get into the upcoming Groundhog Day. Now, I will say that there's like nothing cuter than a groundhog. You need to go to the YouTube channel Chunk the Groundhog.
Brand new
Talked
from
about Chunk before.
Meet Proactive Clean.
In fact, I like Chunk so much that Kenney picked
Cleaner,
up on
gentler
that
way to clear mild acne and occasional
before he
breakouts.
rage quit years ago. And he actually sent me a Chunk the Groundhog t-shirt, which I'm now
Three-step
too small
routine was
for, too big.
dermatologist developed
Actually,
with mineral-derived sulfur to help clear
shrunk. I didn't get fatter. The shirt really shrunk. And I had a sticker up there. I don't know where it is now. And it doesn't fit anymore.
acne gently and effectively.
But
and when you order
the
Proactive
fucking
Clean now,
guy
you'll get a
who
pore
had this,
cleansing brush
he's got
free.
this
Proactive
in his
Clean helps
backyard.
calm skin
He
while
noticed
it
that all
clears,
his
without benzoyl peroxide
vegetables.
or retinoids.
Proactive Clean helped me clear my acne.
So he set up like a trail
It was
cam.
gentle enough for my sensitive skin.
Start
And
your
then
clear
he
skin
took a
journey
look
with
at it,
Proactive Clean and get a
and
free pore
it's a
cleansing brush.
goddamn
Go to
groundhog
proactive.com now.
is eating all of his food. And what the groundhog does was he would pick up the food and then stare into the camera and eat the food.
At about 5:30 Saturday to the Walmart at South.
So he started making the videos,
After an Amish
and
family
they
reported
caught
that their horse
fire,
and buggy
and then
had
so
been
much
stolen.
so that
A truck
he
driver
set up
told
this little
police that
like
he saw it
community for
happen
them.
and gave a description of the suspect.
And
horse
the
and
things
buggy
live
were
under the
found a
house
short
here,
time later
or the
on East
shed,
Chicago Road.
and they've had
And the
like little
suspect, a
ones. There's been little
31-year-old
chunks.
woman,
There's
was taken
Mrs.
into
Chunk,
custody at a nearby motel.
and it's
The
just
horse and buggy were
it's
both
a gold mine. The guy makes
seemingly
millions of
unharmed.
dollars on these videos because
Brand new
this
from
fucking
Proactive.
groundhog.
Meet Proactive Clean, a cleaner, gentler way to clear mild acne and
think
occasional breakouts.
two things are
this
playing
three-step
at once
routine was
again.
dermatologist developed.
Hang on, I got to figure out what that was. All right, hang on. It's a fucking Proactive commercial. And I have no idea where it is. That's annoying as shit. How long has that thing been playing? Maureen says, at 62, I finally don't have acne anymore. Ryan says one of your tabs has Wood TV playing. I see it now. All right, my bad. That's such a drag. Okay, here's Chunk. Look at this fat ass. And then he just stares in the camera and eats. How great is that? So there's cameras everywhere. He just goes from camera to camera, staring into the camera and eating the food. Oh my God. Look at, they're like taking off. They're posing while they're eating. I want to hold one. I have to hold one of these things. The thing actually sits at the picnic table and eats. All right. So that's proof enough. That's all you need to see to know that, hold on, Florida man says, reminds me of Kenney. You are pushing it. Okay? Don't push him. He's already, his life is upside down now. So you can't say, reminds me of Kenney. He's totally got the blues because of what happened on the Patreon the other day. That was an awful scene, and I honestly don't know what I did. Seriously. Sometimes I'll do something, I'll be like, well, wait. Okay, yeah, I get it. Yeah, okay, I see where you're coming from. But fucking, all it was, Adam Balboa is there. I encouraged him to unban Adam Balboa. He said no. I go, well, that's bullshit. You can't just ban everybody because they give you shit. I give you shit every day. You don't ban me. I guess you got to ban me. And he goes, okay, I will. And then he did. So that's it. Hey, I didn't do fucking shit. And now here you are, Florida man, attacking him like that. He's already about to snap. I have no idea if he's here right now. I'm not going to hunt it down because I've already fucked up the show playing two audio sources at once. I don't want to do it again. If you find out, great. But I don't know. I guess he doesn't want to be part of our fantastic community anymore. Just going to sit there and talk to his video games and whatnot and things and stuff. Well, anyway, this is about Punxsutawney Phil. PETA is again taking aim at Phil. All right. Ashley says Kenney is not here. He's only on Patreon until the 4th, which was interesting because he got pissed off 2 days ago, canceled the Patreon. Yesterday during this show, he wasn't here. He checked in to hear me talk to my dad, checked out, and says, I'll be back next Wednesday for Dear Meathead. But then yesterday on the Patreon, he was there. Like he showed up, he was having conversations, I don't know what about, but he was talking. I just saw his username. I go, okay, he's back. But no, he has canceled it. He does not want any part of it. Now, again, don't know what is his problem. And I've long since gave up caring, frankly. Again, all I do is this show. Tyler won the bet, by the way, Ashley says. Because everybody was betting on when he'd come back. So he technically did come back, but I guess he's gone. I'm like, well, I mean, just like when I almost sent I have pancreatic cancer to the guy, and I didn't because I said, oh yeah, let the punishment fit the crime. I don't know if that adds up to me. And at the end of the day, that doesn't really leave you much wiggle room. If you decide you want to come back, then it looks weird, you know? I mean, I'm not going to say anything. You come back. I don't give a shit. I try to keep myself as far away from the personal level of the show as I can. You know, if it starts to feel weird, like if I have a conversation with some of you and then you never hear from me again, I might feel weird about it. So I might not, and so it just might be too much. Sometimes that happens. It just something clicks in my head, it's like, and that comes from getting burned by that. If you remember the example of Pellerito, Dean, all those psychopaths. So I still like talking to people, but there are times when I'm like, I think I might be too close. It's not a you problem, it's a me problem. So I have to kind of like pull it back. So I don't know. That's all I can tell you from my perspective. I don't speak for anybody else. I just speak for me. Anyway. PETA has decided that they want to try to come to a common ground with the people who do the groundhog thing. Hold on. I don't know what is going on, but I can tell this mic is not. This is so embarrassing. It doesn't feel right. It doesn't sound right. Ryan, you're the audio guy. Is it all fucked up? You got to let me know. It doesn't feel good. Ryan says, when you smash it, it's fine, but it slowly sounds like shit again. Fair enough. You need a new XLR interface. This is true. Hear Me Rabbit is back. He says, what a sweet prince indeed. I'm so drunk. I love this guy. Nick says, try a new XLR cable. Good call. Ryan says the cable is fine. It's the interface. No, you're right. It's the preamp processor. It is all fucked up. I don't know. Enough of that. Just trying to get to this fucking story. PETA has been, for the longest time, pissed off that they take the groundhog and it lives like a goddamn groundhog king. And then one day a year, they pull the fucking thing out and they hold, one guy with a top hat holds it over his head. People cheer. Everybody gets shit-faced. People come from miles around. The Today Show is there. It's great. The thing's like, okay, put me down. I'm going to go eat some more carrots. They put the goddamn rat down. He goes, eats more carrots. And then somebody says, well, we're going to get 6 more weeks of winter. It's just the dumbest fucking thing in the world. Who gives a shit? It's a way to get people together. It's a way to get visitors to spend money in the local community. It helps out quite a bit with the with that part of Pennsylvania. It's probably doesn't have a ton of money coming into Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania. They built a whole community around the goddamn groundhog. And PETA wants them to say, no, you got to get rid of the groundhog. They are suggesting in a letter to the Punxsutawney Groundhog Club a replacement. And they've decided that it would be better if the Punxsutawney Groundhog Club, instead of the big groundhog, would use a giant gold coin. They want them, we want you to retire Phil and send him to a sanctuary, and then you use a giant coin. Send him to a sanctuary? Do you think he's just a fucking caged animal like fucking Anne Frank in the attic? That's probably not a good idea to call Anne Frank a caged animal, but you know what I mean. It's not like he's not living the good life. He's a goddamn groundhog. It's like a chunk there. The groundhog only wants to eat and procreate. That's all they do. Have shelter, eat, procreate. Very rudimentary type of skills. It's instinct. What makes you think it would be any better off in a sanctuary than where it already is, which is, a sanctuary. This is not the first time that they have called for Phil's retirement. The group has also suggested to use AI robots, persimmons. I'm not sure what that is. I think it's a fruit. And even a human groundhog to replace Phil. Quote, beyond a shadow of a doubt, a groundhog's weather prediction skills no more accurate than flipping a coin. He is not a meteorologist and deserves better than to be exploited every year for tourism money. First of all, everybody knows it can't predict the weather. Everybody knows he's not a meteorologist. And then you write, and deserves better than to be exploited every year for tourism money. Well, I mean, how much better? I mean, outside of what he already has, what are you going to do? Suck his dick? And who gives a shit if they exploit him? He doesn't give a fuck. And look at how much good comes out of that. Money's great, by the way. The ceremony dates back to 1887. But even with more than 100 years of, quote, forecasting experience, Punxsutawney Phil certainly isn't perfect. Of course he's not perfect. It's a goddamn gag. It's stupid. But people love it, okay? And these assholes think that they can just go in there and impose their will on these people. I mean, I don't know if at the event they actually show up with their signs and whatever it is that they do, radical shit. But I mean, these are Pennsylvania people. These are ass kickers. They will fuck you up, people in Pennsylvania. A giant gold coin. Give me a fucking break. Mitch adds, easy. PETA just wrote a letter to a video game company to propose a vegan diet in a game instead of eating the animals. Patrick says most people, including myself, think animals should be treated well. PETA is an extremist group that goes way too far. Hear me, Rabbit. Is it Trevor? It's Trevor, right? Trevor concerns me at times. He's got a little former Zaniac vibe to him. He calls me Sweet Prince, and then he writes, Eric, can you be my dad? Trevor, I want you to stop drinking and go to bed. That's what I want you to do. Ashley is still being mean to Amanda, or I don't know if she's definitely being mean, but I forget why now. I don't know what happened. It was something last week. I think we need to be nice to each other. I think no more calling each other names, and I think that's all over. No big deal. She had a joke that said you should probably get this equipment before you lose Ashley and Kenny's $10. Yeah, I don't know how great of a joke that is. But at the same time, Ashley shouldn't be telling Amanda to go fuck herself. That is not what we're trying to do here. We're trying to be nice to each other. I don't know why we have to go that route. We do not need to be telling each other to go fuck themselves. Mitch says, I've been gone for a while. Are you still doing the weight loss thing with Kenney and Amanda? Well, we haven't really talked about it in some time. I remember Amanda had said last week that she was down 7 pounds. I don't know about Kenney. And he has since quit the show. He is not involved. He quit yesterday. Actually, 2 days ago. He quit and then came back yesterday and then was there for the whole Patreon. So that's kind of a weird quit. Joe Martinez says, then stop calling me names, Eric. Oh, you call me Pinche Pintejo all day yesterday. Don't give me that shit. I know that's something nasty. You fuck. Tyler says, those two, Amanda and Ashley, need to fight Scissor, then all grievances are cleared. Amanda says, Tyler, I don't have any problem with Ashley. I apologize and said my piece. It's her that still has issues. Ashley says, I would only scissor Amy. At least Amy is funny and hot. Amanda wrote, I said my piece. And she wrote Piece. Well, Ashley, this is terrible. She wrote, no, Amanda, it's peace. Peace. I don't know either way what's right. And then she called Amanda a dumb bitch. Yeah, I think we gotta call a ceasefire. You can't be. I mean, if anybody's gonna call anybody a dumb bitch around here, it's gonna be me. And none of you that are enjoying this show are a dumb bitch. So I cannot support that comment. I want all of you to knock it off right now. The dad is speaking here. No more. It was simply a text-to-speech issue. It has nothing to do with intelligence. God, what's going on here with this group? Yeah, Trevor really wants me in his asshole. He writes, Eric, I love the podcast. I'm always doing the Lord's work in regards to wrecking people's lives on your behalf. Thank you. What's good for the podcast is good for the gander. And then he writes, those are some hot stretches, because I was just doing my yoga stretch, from the stud I listened to growing up. Those are some sweet Armenian glutes. Trevor wants me in his asshole. That is absolutely true, according to what I just read. Those are some great compliments, Trevor. I appreciate that. All right. Let's get this train on the right track right now. What can we talk about? I've got so many different stories to talk about. Oh, this one. Oh, my God. I don't know if you saw this over the weekend, but there's a women's basketball player who's immensely popular. Her name is Caitlin Clark. Doesn't matter if you've heard of her or not. All you need to know is that she's lights out. She is great. I mean, just an incredible basketball player. And women's basketball in the past few years has really kind of, I mean, there are actually people who, I get excited now about women's basketball. I know it sounds nuts, but like the women's basketball tournament happens same time as dudes. It's fucking great. And this chick, this Caitlin Clark, is one of the thoroughbred players who's just immensely popular because of her skill. There's a few that I know of. I don't know it like I might other sports, but I mean, I don't really follow college basketball, men's. In fact, I'm more aware of female college basketball players than I am men because I don't follow the men at all. But if Caitlin Clark is on, it's a big fucking deal. And last week, Iowa, where she plays, was playing Ohio State. And Iowa got upset by Ohio State. As the game is finishing, the Ohio State fans run on the court to celebrate because it's a big upset. Well, this one chick goes running on the court, a fan, and she runs into Caitlin Clark. And I get a notification, Caitlin Clark collapses on court after being struck by fan. And I'm like, well, this is fucking crazy. What the hell is going on? So I see it, and something looked off about it because I saw it from far away. But now there's another camera shot that shows that what she did was when she hit this chick that you see right there, that's the fan. This is her coming into the picture. Once the contact was made, she took like 3-4 steps and threw herself on the ground. This is what's called a flop. Like if you're playing basketball and against the other team and the guy hits you, to embellish the contact, you might fall down or something like that. That's like what soccer players do. You know, soccer players, they go down, the guy's like, oh my God. Ah! And then the ref says, yeah, no foul. And you go, oh shit. You get up and you run away. That's what she does here. Watch this. Ignore the audio you hear. It has nothing to do. It's from a different game. The guy shot it with his phone. Watch. Okay, there's the contact. Bumps into her a bit. Now watch. She does this pirouette and then throws herself on the ground. I love how they really frame by frame it. Oh, that was awful. What an embarrassment. That's the first thing I've seen that makes me think she's a dumbass, because she's an exceptional player. Total flop. Here's Clark talking about it after the game.
Fans storming the court, and as she was trying to exit, she ran into a fan. You can see it here. As she was trying to leave, Ohio State's Kevin McGuff, the head coach, began his press conference apologizing here.
She didn't even, strike heads or anything.
As she was trying to leave, Ohio State's Kevin McGuff, the head coach, began his press conference apologizing to her. He said they had the security in place, but the fans beat them to the court. I want to play for you what Clark had to say about the incident right after the game.
Oh, my God.
In her post-game press availability. Take a listen to
She's like carried off the court.
Kind of scary. Could have caused a pretty serious injury to me and knocked the wind out of me, but luckily the teammates kind of picked me up and got me off the court. So, and their AD already came and apologized to me, so I really appreciate that. And
why is she sitting next to Maureen?
This is what comes with the territory. I mean, I'm sure they tried their best to do whatever they could. Obviously, it didn't
I can't believe Maureen was at the press conference table.
And that's disappointing, but, just focus now on the game and, ways we can get better.
Shut up. You should have said, yeah, I flopped. Oh, God, that's terrible. Tyler says, I like how she had to be carried off by that chick that ran into her. But the chick that ran into her bounced right up, no problem. Tyler writes, this story annoyed me so bad. Amy says, EZ is 10% gay. Don't forget that. Cole from the Family Guy bit is having this minor skill worth being so unattractive. Funny joke from that show, no doubt. Very offensive. Very, very offensive. I want you to check out my Vouch store, vouch.store/Eric Zane. Go there, check out the products that are for sale from some great small businesses. Camp Craft Cocktails, No Legs Coffee, and the Toothbrush. You can buy each one of those. The coffee is $21.95, whole bean, 2-pound bag, or 10-ounce ground for $14.99. The Toothbrush, made by a dental hygienist that you clean your teeth with. That's it. It's a goddamn toothbrush. $8. And then, of course, the Camp Craft cocktails. You buy the stuff, the jars show up with the dried fruit. You pour your booze in, and then you let it sit for a couple of days in the fridge, and you've got fruit-infused booze. It's a great time to drink booze these days. When I was an well, I still am, but when I was drinking, all we would drink was Budweiser beer or Miller Genuine Draft or Busch. There weren't all these different types of beers. No craft beers, none of that shit. And if it was liquor, we'd drink shit like peach schnapps. Ugh. God. Thank God my wife got me to quit drinking. But since you can drink, you can buy the Camp Craft cocktails. Go to my Vouch store. Vouch.store/Eric Zane. Thank you to Tag. The fuck am I doing? Eric Zane. I thought I could put it on the chat, but I can't do it today. Anyway. Check out the show notes if you want to check out my Vouch store. Thank you so much if you have. I appreciate that. Chris says pizza. Patrick says wormhole. I know. I'm really batting 1,000 today, technically. All right. So there you go. Vouch store. Thank you to Mario Flores, Lakeshore Team of Van Dyke Mortgage. 231-332-6505. Get into that mortgage today with Mario. Doesn't matter where you are in the U.S., he can help you. 231-332-6505. Interest rates are falling, and Mario wants you to get into that mortgage today. Thank you to Impact Power Sports, online at impactpowersportsmi.com. Great group over there. They're in Rockford, Michigan. Check out their selection on their website, impactpowersportsmi.com. ATVs, UTVs, motorcycles, Yamaha golf carts as Michigan's newest dealer of Yamaha golf carts. They have it all at Impact Power Sports. We talked about Joe Martinez earlier today from A&E Heating and Cooling. 616-516-8579. The immortal Joe Martinez has that same special in place. He is in mourning today because the guy on his beat-off poster, Jim Harbaugh, has left the school. So he needs some love. 616-516-8579. Or you can call him or text him at that number and say, Harbaugh is gone. 616-516-8579 to get that furnace tuned up for free. He's got a special deal with DTE Energy where they actually pay for it. That's 616-516-8579. 616-516-8579. And then, my friends at Irvine's. 616-532-6600. That's 616-532-6600. Get your car repaired at Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid, and EV. Raise your hand if you want EZ to get Ashley on the phone and Amanda on the phone and make it so that there are no more hard feelings. I don't like this. As you know, in addition to being a sex agent, I am a bridge builder these days. I never go out of my way to offend anyone or act mean to them. So, I mean, I don't like this. Ryan says, if you call Ashley, please warm her up with your impression of Amanda first. Look, no, I can't do that. You can't just bark out something I need to do an impression of and expect me to do it. It doesn't work that way, Ryan. Ashley says no, she doesn't want to do that. Amanda says, whose suggestion was this? No one's. What does it matter? It was mine. Why do you ask whose suggestion was it? I'm just trying to get everybody to get along. I'm trying to mediate between people that mean a lot to me. How about Aram? Look at that. I think mending the relationship would be good for the podcast. But no, I've got two people who obviously don't want anything to do with that. They would rather be angry at each other. That is complete bullshit. Jimmy says he's still thinking about Ashley and Amy scissoring. Amanda says, I said I'm not angry at Ashley. I am indifferent. Oh, I know. I know that. I know that. Ryan says, give it a try, big fraud. What do we have to lose? Yeah, exactly. Fuck this shit. You two assholes.
Ashley, please leave a message and I'll get back to you just as soon as I can.
How come? That was weird. I thought for sure it would say, like, this is Ashley. And literally, you can leave a message right here on your literal phone, literally right now. I'm like, guys, fuck off. Now we're talking. Cole says, get him on the phone or do your impression of them, of each having a conversation together. Ashley says she wants no part of that. Ryan calls her a pile of shit. Yeah. Ugly times here on the Eric Zane Show podcast. Amanda says that I can call her. I have to have total cooperation here. Everybody needs to cool their jets, lower your arms. We need to have some type of common ground. I'm very disappointed. Yesterday's asshole of the day. I'm quitting early today because I have kind of a crazy day, so I'm just going to end this about 5-10 minutes early. Yesterday's asshole of the day was Jamie Westenbarger, that scam artist who stole money from dementia patients. How about that? Jesus Christ. And then the Bigot Barn. That venue that says no gays allowed. Amanda says she's upset because I called her desperate and butted into her issues. But you did apologize. You did apologize. You apologized immediately. That did happen. Ashley, look it. Amanda says you were right. And she has asked for forgiveness. And I think that would be, you should extend the grace at this point after all of this. She said, you're right. She said she's sorry. That's it. You gotta move on. You gotta move on. Is from me, from a friend, to all of you. You should just think about it, take a deep breath, and tomorrow we try again. That's what I think. That makes everybody happy. That's what I think. Who's with me? Who's with your old pal EZ? Ashley says, I moved on. Do we not see she poked the bear today? All right, let's go back to that and determine what's going on here. I don't recall. I think it was get your equipment fixed, or Kenney and Ashley will cancel. Now, I don't get the joke. I don't understand. So, and then you said, don't you ever type my name again. All right. Florida man refers to me as Eric Fred Rogers Zane. Jimmy says the vaccine has made everyone crazy. Ashley again calls Amanda a dumb bitch. Yeah, I think I'm going to let this one go. I think possibly My skills at mediating this, it is beyond my level of expertise. My level of expertise is exhausted if, while trying to correct it, someone refers to another one as a dumb bitch. That tells me that I have to Jim Harbaugh and cut and run. Amanda says, I told you, Eric, she has issues by continuing to try to put me down, and it's not going to work. So I usually ignore a bully. Oh, boy. Now we're back to square one. God damn it. That makes me sad. Well, life goes on. I got to finish up this show. The asshole of the day today. Brought to you by TC Paintball. Congratulations. He's a repeat winner. He goes by Jim Harbaugh. Fucks Michigan fan right in the butt. And Michigan fan is so dumb, he thinks it's not Jim Harbaugh's fault. Jim Harbaugh is your asshole of the day. Thank you very much to everyone. I appreciate you being here. I'll talk to you on the Patreon. Till next time, bye-bye.